As a defense attorney, I've represented many people who, if they weren't poor or they had received a higher education, may have taken a different path. As senator, I will propose a scholarship for those whose struggles are less academic and more financial. Let's keep our university full, not our prison. I'm Thomas Fisher. I not only approved this message, I wrote it.
Paid for by Tom for Guam, Drake Diaz, Treasurer.
Bottom line is we're gonna make you a better person. You're gonna be healthier and fitter than you were before.
This message.
Welcome to Kandit News. I'm Johnny Rosario.
And I'm Danielle Baza.
It is our daily crime report. We report on the magistrates that have come in on the daily. We report on violent crimes, sex crimes, crimes against women, children, and men, of course. And today we are starting off with
Danny Murciano and Robert Revels. So the magic came in for them. And it goes like this. On or about January 29, 2022, at about 7:57 a.m., the officers responded to possible human remains report at an abandoned residence by the Guam Power Authority substation CD10 off Route 10 in Chalampago. While there, Guam Fire Department reported that GFD had received a report of a smoke sighting or electrical fire at the above location. When GFD arrived, they saw a fire at the location and proceeded to extinguish it. They then saw something smoldering and turned the object over. Initially thought to be a mannequin, they then saw what they thought looked like a human torso and pelvic region. The scene was then relinquished to GPD. They noted the same and that the torso was separated from the pelvis. The head, arms, and legs appeared to be missing. The pelvic area indicated the unidentified person was male. Between the two parts were wires that may have come from burnt tires. An autopsy confirmed the body was a male and had various unique markings or tattoos on it. A source of information contacted GPD indicating that from the publicly released information regarding the tattoos, he or she believed the male to be Stevie Alvarez Villanueva. He apparently had not been heard from by friends. Others who knew the victim told GPD the tattoos appeared to be the ones they knew the victim to have. Further investigation revealed an Andrew Casil Garrido may have been present at the time of the incident. During the ongoing investigation, a July 5, 2022 consent search of apartment number 4, Casil Apartment, to Munning, residence of a Garrido, was made. Several areas in living room had suspected blood. They observed a hole or a tear in a curtain, a hole in the window blind housing, another hole in the window frame. The holes appeared aligned. The use of luminol on the living room floor and wall nearest the holes indicated a presence of a large amount of blood. Although the wall looked relatively clean, wiping and smearing of the blood after the use of the luminol indicated an attempt to clean up the scene. Interviews with Garrido, Sierra Jean Castro, and Yvette Michelle Casil Garrido were conducted. In sum and substance, the three were in Garrido's apartment in January 2022. A male, later identified as the victim, arrives. They went to the residence of Manny Sablan Murciano Jr. He lived just down the street from the Casil apartments. Defendant 1 is Garrido's cousin. After they parked, Garrido got out. A male individual, later identified as Robert Isaac Revels, defendant 2, tapped on window with machete telling them to move. Defendant 2 was defendant 1's roommate. Eve was driving. She moved. The victim did not get out. He asked to go to the store. They went to New Plaza Mart in Tamuning. They bought beer. They went back but parked outside the lot. Garrido and defendant 1 were outside. Defendant 1 opened back passenger door, got in, and started yelling at the victim. Defendant 1 had a gun. They were possibly arguing about money. Defendant 1 told victim 1 to get out and walk. Eve, Castro, Garrido, and defendant 1 went back to Garrido's apartment. At the apartment, Castro was in the kitchen with Eve. She heard a knock on the door. Defendant 1 told the victim to get inside. Defendant 1 is still brandishing the gun. Garrido walked back to the kitchen. Defendant 1 pushed the victim to the couch along the wall. Defendant 1 is heard yelling at the victim. Then a gunshot is heard. Garrido told them to run. Castro does not look to see what happened. Garrido saw the victim laying on the couch. They all went to Eve's father's house for a couple hours. Garrido later then said they can go back, but they did not go back into the apartment. A July 7, 2022 interview of another source of information revealed that a few days before defendants 1 and 2 moved out of their apartment, he or she saw defendant 2 cleaning his vehicle, a black Nissan Pathfinder. The source asked him to clean his or her car next. Defendant 2 responded by yelling, "F you! You think there's a body in there?" The source confronted defendant 2, who said that Manny and Stevie got into an argument and now I have to clean up their mess. The source also said that at a later time, defendant 2 told him that defendant 1 had shot the victim. At least 2 other sources of information were interviewed as having received information from defendant 1 that he had shot the victim. They also relayed information that defendant 1 was assisted by defendant 2 to get rid of the body and the evidence such as the couch. Based on the foregoing, there is probable cause to charge Manny Sablan Murciano Jr. with murder as a first-degree felony and with a special allegation of possession and use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony. And based on the foregoing, there is probable cause to charge Robert Isaac Revels with hindering apprehension as a third-degree felony. Oh, so the dismemberment thing didn't.
Yeah, they didn't charge him with that. Next. His mugshot we're getting off of the sex offender registry because this guy, Albert Blas Camacho, is being accused of another sexual assault. So this is his third arrest. On or about August 3rd, police responded to a sexual assault complaint and met with an adult female reporting that a minor female known to her, who was about 13 years old, reported a sexual assault that occurred this morning. Police interviewed, and during the interview, the victim stated that the day before she went to greet a male known to her as Albert Blas Camacho, and that he kept asking her to hug him. The victim told police that the defendant would smell her and kiss her a lot. She also said defendant asked when is her period coming and if she shaves down there. The victim said that on the next day, August 3rd, 2022, she had hugged defendant where he rubbed her back and put his leg in between her legs. The victim stated that the defendant squeezed her butt and put his hand closer to her private area, indicating her vagina to the police. Police noted the victim to tear up and speak at a lower volume. The victim said that the defendant rubbed her private part with his finger and hand and put a finger inside her private part about 5 times and asked if she was ready to come. It appears defendant has a conviction for second-degree criminal sexual conduct where he spent 5 years in jail on CF 0273-08. Based on the foregoing, there is probable cause to charge Albert Blas Camacho, first-degree criminal sexual conduct and second-degree criminal sexual conduct. So very important here. This guy is already on the sex offender registry. He was convicted. He was convicted in 1991 for first-degree criminal sexual conduct and in 2009 for second-degree criminal sexual conduct. His victims were all female, ages 7, 12, and 12.
And now 13.
And now a 13-year-old.
Allegedly.
His last known address is in Mungmung, 114 J.A. Camacho Street. We tried to bring it up on the Google Maps, but it's not giving us that area. But I do believe it's in the low-cost housing area, right, in Mungmung.
How do they allow them to stay there? They're not supposed to, right?
I don't know. That's the address that's being pulled up. 114 J.A. Camacho Street. And this is him, again, he's on unsupervised release. He's a level 1 sex offender, born in 1949, Chamorro, male, 5'8", 180 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam. And the last time he updated was May 12, 2022. So this is very important. This is the reason why we're doing the sex offender registry. If you guys know that someone is like this, as a parent, as an auntie, as an uncle, don't put these kids in harm's way, because people like this are looking for victims, vulnerable victims. They're waiting for that one moment to catch them off guard.
By themselves.
Yeah.
And their parents are busy, gone.
So please, this guy's already a registered sex offender.
Twice.
Okay. It just disgusts me. I'm
Yep.
disgusted. So we are continuing with Dedido today. We are on the 3rd page. Next. Let's go. And we're just giving you this information, and you can look up the information yourself, but we're just doing this to make the public more aware that these kind of people exist out there. Go ahead.
So next we have Ernesto Rivamonte Enriquez II, on unsupervised status, level 1 offender, born in 1972, Filipino, 5'7", 194 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born in the Philippines, and last updated on June 3rd of 2022. He has a conviction date of January 19, 1993 for first-degree criminal sexual conduct, and his victim was a female aged 13. He's got a scar on his leg. It's
amputated.
Oh, he's got an amputated leg, his right leg, and no tattoos. His address is 200 West Coronoso Street.
That's
Dedido.
the second one in Dedido so far, on this street.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They're brothers? Oh, okay.
Oh, they're both Enriquez. So he has a Toyota Sienna van. It's white, and the license plate number is SJ1498.
No. Let me close this. Next up is Valvano Alexander Irwin, unsupervised release, level 3 sex offender, born in 1993, Chuquis, male, 5'9", 220 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam. Last profile updated April 1st, 2022. He was convicted in 2018 of invasion of privacy. His victim was female, age 24. He currently resides at 250 Kadzin Allegeta, Dedido. He works in Timuning at 259 ET Calvo Memorial Parkway, and no vehicles.
Patrick Franklin Espinosa. He's absconded. Okay, so I think we went over him.
Okay.
Yeah. We've
Let's
gone over
see.
him already.
Yeah. So he's supposed to be living at Chalanpatgun, Lot 8, Dedido. I don't know where that's at. And his victim was female, age 8.
Wow.
Yeah.
You even check your friends on Facebook. I think I have.
You do?
I just accept everyone.
Well. Benjamin John Gogui Fama, unsupervised, level 1 sex offender, born in 1969, Filipino Chamorro, 5'5", 170 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam. Last profile updated August 1st, 2022. He was convicted in 1998 of attempted criminal sexual conduct and kidnapping. His victim was female, age 19. He has full body tattoos. He also has a Superman symbol on his right hand, a Tiemp on his left leg, Maquette on his right leg, and Chinese characters on his neck. His last known address is 136C Teresita Lane, Dedido, and he works in Timuning off of 197 Pal Road. Oh, we already did this one.
Yeah.
Let's see his address.
Absconded.
Oh.
Mapola Loop. We have Charles Grainer Filayu, level 1 offender, unsupervised status, born in 1967, Yapese, 5'4", 170 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born in the FSM, last updated in May of 2022. He's got a conviction date of 2015 for 4th degree criminal sexual conduct, and his victim was female, age 12. He's got no tattoos. His address is 157 Nizuk Street, Dedido. He's employed at 674 Harmon Loop Road, Suite 212.
Dedido.
Dedido. Yeah.
Next, we have Ambrosio Victor Flores, unsupervised, level 1 sex offender, born in 1961, Chamorro, 5'9", 190 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam. Last profile updated was 6/20/2022. His conviction date is July 6, 2000. He was convicted on 1st degree, 2nd degree, and 4th degree criminal sexual conduct. He has 3 victims, all female, ages 10, 14, and 14. He lives on Chalin Kotda, track 543, block 4, Derido. Chalin Kotda.
Next is Marvin Ventura Galvez, on unsupervised status, level 1 offender, born in 94, Filipino, 5'8", 155 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam, last updated on July 6, 2022. He's got a conviction date of May 10th, 2017 for third-degree criminal sexual conduct, and his victim was a female aged 13. He's got a tattoo on his right arm. It's a full sleeve, and his address is 138 Ilang Lane, Liguan, Dedido. He's employed at 26 Machechi Avenue, Dedido. I don't think you could forget that face.
Next up, we have Johnny Joseph Borja Garrido. Oh, wow. Unsupervised, level 2 sex offender. Born in 1960, Chamorro, 5'7", 230 pounds, black hair, brown eyes. Born on Guam, last profile updated July 5th, 2022. He was convicted in 2001 of third-degree criminal sexual conduct. His victim is female, age 13. He has a rose tattoo on his left upper arm, 2 hearts, and a bird on his right upper arm, and he has Jesus Christ on his back. He resides at 142 Chalanfago, Dedido. He has 2 vehicles, a Chevy Cavalier 2001 gold, license plate DP887BB. And then he has a Mazda B22 pickup, color gray, license plate A2238.
Next is Shane Gomez Gillens, unsupervised status, level 1 offender, born in 1981. African American,
Sorry guys.
5'8", 180 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam, and last updated in
April.
of 2022. He has got an aggravated sexual assault of a child charge in 2016, and his victim was a female, age 14.
And the incident occurred in Colorado.
Oh. He's got tattoos on his left upper arm of a cross, on his right upper arm of Chinese characters. On his chest is a tribal dragon, Gillian's Shane. I guess that's an SS number, ending in 6447. AB positive, Christian, wow, he couldn't remember. Waves and sea turtle on his right forearm. His address is 243 Rizal Street, Dedido, and he's employed at 1807 Army Drive in Tamuning. No vehicles. Okay, next. Next is Ivan John Gomez. Unsupervised status. Go ahead.
Oh, level 3 sex offender, born in 1998. Chamorro, male, 5'5", 140 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam. Last profile updated December 15, 2021. He was convicted in 2018, 4th-degree criminal sexual conduct, and his victim was female, age 15. He has a tattoo of a Guam seal and Gomez on his left upper arm. He resides at 436 West San Antonio Avenue, Dedido. He is employed in Agate on Route 2A. He has a white 2016 Tacoma pickup, license plate MZ3214, and a Mazda Coupe white 2004 RX-8. It's almost like RX-7, right? But an 8.
Yeah.
License plate SR2912.
Next is Gabriel Grogthog, unsupervised status, level 1 offender, born in 1979, Yapese, 5'5", 160 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born in the NMI, last updated on May 2nd, 2022. He's got a sexual assault conviction in July of 2003, and his victim was a female aged 35. And this occurred in the NMI. He's got a tattoo on his right upper arm of a tribal band, a butterfly, and yappies. He lives at 151 Chalan Kin Mendiola Dedido. He's employed at 198 Adrian Sanchez Street, Tumuning. He's got a gray Toyota Corolla, license plate number PIT 6519.
Sorry.
No problem.
Next up is Anavers Herkis, unsupervised, level 1 sex offender, born in 1999, Chukis, 5'8", 140 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born in the FSM, last profile updated April 28, 2022. He was convicted in 2019 of third-degree criminal sexual conduct. His victim was a female age 14. And he has tattoos, Shirai stars on his left arm, Herkis on his right arm, Uman on his left hand fingers, Shirai stars on his left hand, and Mario, Sal, and a star on his neck. He currently resides at 209 Disipulu Street, Dedido.
No vehicles. Next is Jason Sablon Hernandez. Unsupervised status, level 2 offender, born in 1984, Chamorro, 5'3", 145 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam, and last updated in February of 2022. He's got a conviction date of August 7, 2006 for third-degree criminal sexual conduct, and his victim was a female aged 14. He's got tattoos on his left hand of dots on each knuckle, and on his neck, the back of his neck is a Chinese character. He lives at 164 Chalandolga Street, Chalandolga, Dedido, and he's employed at 1200 O Street in Tizen, Barragata.
And last for today, we have Jesse Ruben Hernandez, unsupervised, level 2 sex offender, born in 1959, Chamorro, 5'6", 185 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, born on Guam, last profile updated June 24, 2022. He was convicted in 1995 of second-degree criminal sexual conduct. His victim was female, age 12. He has scars on his face, under his right eye. He has on his right index finger and on his right hand a scar on his forehead. He has a tattoo of a parrot on his right shoulder. He currently resides at 210 Chalan Cascahu, Dedido. He is currently employed at 215 Rojas Street, Tamuning. He has 3 vehicles: a black 2016 Tacoma pickup, license plate PT3214, a 2016 black Tacoma pickup, license plate DL77, and then he has a 91 Toyota 4Runner, license plate MAN7381. And that is Jesse Ruben Hernandez. We just want to thank you guys for joining us. We hope this information helped. And again, the magistrate today, just a reminder, the guy who was charged in court today is already part of the sex offender registry. So parents, I ask you to be more vigilant when leaving your children alone around people. Please check who they are. You know, they just wait for that one moment that they can attack and they find a vulnerable victim.
And they're manipulative.
Yeah, they're very nice. They offer money. They want to hug.
Girl.
Yeah. So Kandit would also like for you to turn your attention to Bob Pitsky at 93.3 on the radio, or to the point, right?
To the point?
The point.
Oh, point.
No,
The
the point.
Point.
The point on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. Please drive safe and good night.
The Jones Act is a 1920 law justified on national security grounds as a means to bolster the U.S. maritime industry. It restricts domestic shipping to vessels that are U.S. built, U.S. owned, U.S. flagged, and U.S. crewed. However, this law boosts cost by banning foreigners from competing and forcing Americans to purchase ships that are up to 8 times more expensive than those built in other countries. The result is higher transportation costs. Shipping oil from Texas to the Northeast, for example, costs 3 times more than importing oil from Africa. Ultimately, consumers foot the bill. In addition, higher shipping costs push freight from ships onto other sources of transportation, such as trucks, which means more traffic and pollution. Meanwhile, this blatant protectionism has failed to benefit builders of ships in the U.S., whose production is less than 1% of those in China and South Korea. Domestic builders have seen over 300 shipyards close since the early 1980s. Jones Act defenders claim the law ensures adequate U.S. ships during times of war, but during U.S. deployments during Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm, foreign flagged commercial ships carried twice as much equipment as their U.S. counterparts. In fact, the U.S. was so desperate for shipping that it twice requested the use of a cargo ship from Moscow. Both requests were denied. So the Jones Act has failed to achieve its shipbuilding and national security goals while driving up costs for consumers. It's time for this outdated, costly, and ineffective law to be repealed. It's time to end the Jones Act.